Howdy folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Street Fighter Birdie action figure by SOTA Toys. This figure is part of the fourth wave of Street Fighter figures, and I think this figure set was released in 2005. I bought this figure set at puzzlezoo.com, and I'll go ahead and post a link down there. And I have to admit, when I bought this figure, I really bought it for the really cheap price. I think it was $6. And I really did not know who this guy was when I bought it. So when I got the figure set, and I did a little research online to find out who Birdie was. And when I found out what this guy used to look like, then it really clicked in, because I remember the first Street Fighter game when I was in college, the arcade game. The original Street Fighter with the big pads and not the small buttons. Birdie was the British fighter with the mohawk, with a lot paler skin color. So that's the reason why I did not recognize this guy. Apparently they changed the Birdie character into this big hulking guy, and obviously a different skin tone. And they even explained it as he was sick in his earlier versions, so I thought that was kind of interesting to find out. Taking a look at the figure in the package, you can see here Birdie. He's a big guy, and he's really large. He's got alternate sets of hands here. He's got an alternate head, and he's got a switchblade comb, which is what I always wanted when I was a kid. I wanted one of those. Going to take a look at the back of the package here. You can see the other figures from round 4, or wave 4. You have Remy. It looks like he's from France. Akuma from an unknown location. Birdie from the United Kingdom. Fei Long, I think that might be China. I'm not sure. It's got a different, don't recognize that. And Ibuki from Japan. So I wonder if that's Taiwan. I'm not sure. Okay, go ahead and open this guy up, and we'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and we have Birdie out of the package. First thing we'll take a look at are the accessories. And first thing we'll look at is the one-sheet catalog of other SOTA toys. Pretty interesting. What we have here is a Lovecraft theme. We have Street Fighter, a Now Playing for movies, Charm from the TV series, and Micronauts Evolution. So that's kind of interesting. Next thing we'll take a look at here is the alternate head that came with the Birdie figure, and that's Birdie sticking out his tongue. Pretty interesting on there. Nice and detailed though. I like the sculpt of the head on there. That's the alternate head. Next thing we'll take a look at here is the switchblade comb that came with the figure. Unfortunately, the comb portion of the switchblade is pretty brittle, and it actually broke off the hinge there, so unfortunate that happened. I don't know if that's common to all of the Birdie figure sets, but this is Switchblade comb. Next thing we'll take a look at are the alternate hands. It came with 3 alternate hands, and for a while I spent about 15-20 minutes looking for the 4th alternate hand. I actually thought there was a 4th hand, and I thought I had misplaced it. But I eventually looked at the clamshell packaging and found that there were only 3 spots for the alternate hand. So not sure why they did not come with another left hand. It just seems kind of interesting that they only included 3 alternate hands there. The hands are pretty neat though. I like the rings that are on the fingers. I think that's really a nice touch, and it's pretty detailed on there. And there's the one for the other hand there. It's kind of neat. And taking a look at the Birdie figure himself. It's actually a pretty massive figure. For at least, I guess, Street Fighter line. This figure actually stands close to 8 inches tall, and that's actually pretty big. And of course, he's pretty bulked up at the top here, so much so that he's a bit top heavy, and with the weaker hip joints here, he tends to fall over quite a bit unless you position him quite just right on there. But taking a look at Birdie on there, he's a pretty interesting guy here. I guess he's supposed to resemble the punk style, like the original Street Fighter on there. And notice the shoes here. I did read online that this is a punk style shoe that's popular in Japan on there, instead of, like, say, the combat boots that's more popular in England on there. I find that kind of interesting. I did chuckle when I saw this, when I taken this out of the package on there. And if you notice here on his mohawk here, it's slightly bent to his left, and that's because the packaging was pushing against the head there, and it kind of bent it a little bit while it was in the package. Actually, I think instead of me straightening this thing out, I'm going to keep it like that, because I think it looks pretty interesting. I think it adds a little character to the figure there. And you can see here he's got this denim type sleeveless jacket here, and it's kind of sticky on this one. It's one of the kind of sticky plastic. I could just see over time it'll get even stickier on there. He's got these nice jeans, and I really like the buckle on his belt. That's very, very nice. Going over the articulation of this guy, his head does go all the way around, and it does go up and down slightly on there. The arms go all the way around. They do go out and in, rotate at the bicep, bend at the elbow, and rotate at the wrist, and also the hands bend up and down. I noticed here that the hands are really loose in the socket, so I may add some clear nail polish in the sockets to just tighten up the joint. And also on this wrist here, he has this chain, which is kind of interesting. It's actual chain link made of metal, and it's attached to one end on the bracer, and you can actually unspool it out, and there's a loop at the end, a chain loop. Continue on in the articulation. The torso goes down and back, and the waist goes all the way around. The legs are joined at the hip with a ball hinge socket, and it's on this one is actually not loose, but it's not loosey-goosey, but it is easily movable, and if you really put this guy down, his legs tend to spread out a little bit on here. But the legs do go up, down to the back, out to the side, and they also rotate around the hip. The knees do bend, double joints at the knees. Kind of neat. The below the calf actually swivels all the way around. The ankles do go down and up, and the feet here actually rotate all the way around. I guess where the toes would be. So overall, it's a nice figure. Like I said, I did not recognize this guy at first, but I guess I have to get used to this new version of Birdie. I'd recommend him, especially at only $6 that I paid for him at Puzzle Zoo. This is my casual peek into Street Fighter Birdie from SOTA Toys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.